So people get robbed for cameras all the time. But what if in the future that camera had an AirTag in it, one that's literally built into the item, right? The one that you can't take off. It's like built into the motherboard. How Apple AirTags could change shoplifting in the future and protect intellectual property. What up, internet world? It's your boy Jermaine, back with another video. So this video is a little deep, right? I haven't heard anyone talking about this, so let's just jump right into this. So make sure you share this video with a friend, right? Now this is just something I was thinking about, and something that could really be a thing in the future, especially with the rise of shoplifting, especially at places like Home Depot and Walmart and stuff like that. So first off, if you guys know, like at Home Depot, it's very, very common. Like it's been very, very popular now, where people will go in, they'll steal power tools, they'll steal shop vacs. These are things that have a very, high resale value, okay? And they're also electronic things. Now, if you think about AirTags have been out a couple years, and AirTags are pretty cool. Now, Apple, let's just go ahead and say it. Apple is they're the big dog around, okay? In the Bay Area, they are the big company. They basically write the rules, they make the phone, they have the hardware. Now for years, Apple has had this lightning charger on their iPhones, and they haven't switched over to Type-C. So many people want Apple to switch over to Type-C, but there's a reason why is it taking Apple so long to switch to Type-C. Because Apple didn't make the Type-C charger. Apple made the lightning port. So since Apple made the lightning port, and since they have the lightning port on all these devices, if I have a company that makes speakers, or if I have a company that makes chargers, for me to use the lightning adapter for my chargers and my speakers and my accessories, well, I have to pay money to Apple, a licensing fee, to use the lightning port, right? Because Apple made the lightning port. Now, AirTags is a new product that Apple has come out with a couple of years ago, and people like AirTags because you can easily find your lost items, or you can get an AirTag, you can hide it in your bicycle, okay? And if someone steals your bike, you could use it to track it, or you can hide an AirTag in your car. If someone steals your car, you can use the AirTag to track your car. Give this information to the police. They can go roll up on them and get your car back, right? So let's talk about another company called Vanmoof. Vanmoof is a bike company. They make amazing bikes. I really like their bikes, especially that X3 that they discontinued. One thing about Vanmoof bikes, they're kind of slow, but on the flip side, I've never seen anyone pass me on a Vanmoof bike, but on the flip side, with Vanmoof bikes, they have this really awesome tracking device in them. So if your bike gets stolen, they can go track it, and the people will go out and get your bike back for you. So in the future, this is just a prediction that I have, because Apple loves to make money, okay? And Apple makes iPhones and tablets and computers. I believe in the future we could see companies, and I believe, and this is just me thinking outside the box, I believe Vanmoof could possibly be a company that works with Apple in the future, because the Apple AirTag has this, I think it's the U2 chip or U1 chip in it. In the future, we could see companies like Apple license out this software to other companies. So you go buy a new Vanmoof bike in the future, and now your Vanmoof bike shows up on the Find My iPhone app, right? Now this may not sound like a big deal, okay? This may not sound like a big deal, but over time, when the AirTag gets better and better, what if Apple says, hey, we're gonna license the AirTag to more companies that deal with electronics, okay? Now let's go back to Home Depot and how people like to steal power drills and shop vacs. And even there's another store in the city, I'm not gonna say the name of it, but I see people taking air fryers out. They'll just take an air fryer, they'll take a vacuum cleaner, they'll just walk straight out of the store with it. And when they do, what do? They just walk down the street, they sell it on the street. Yo, let me get $50 for this air fryer. Well, what if in the future, if you went to Home Depot and they didn't lock up the drills? What if you went to, certain stores in the city and they didn't lock up the air fryers? They didn't have to lock up the suitcases. Because if you steal the suitcase, or if you steal the air fryer, it can be tracked, okay? And not only could it be tracked, if it's something electronic, it could basically be disabled, like a power drill. What if a power drill showed up on your iPhone app? You Find My iPhone. You go buy the power drill from Home Depot, and when you open the power drill, you have to link it up to your phone. Once you link it up to your phone, it knows that it's your drill. It knows that you bought this drill, so it works for you. Now, another person walks into Home Depot and they steal the drill, and they walk out of the store. The drill is basically useless because the drill has basically the AirTag like inside of the drill. So now it's like basically useless, right? And it also can be tracked. You stole the drill, now there's someone coming after you. Okay, now let's just continue to expand this, because I think in the future the AirTag is going to get better, it's going to get smaller, and it could very well be in clothing items. Okay, so right now, Louis Vuitton, okay, you see so many Louis Vuitton bags around. Well, majority of them are not authentic, but no one really knows and no one really cares. What if in the future you buy a Louis Vuitton bag and there's a AirTag built into the bag, and it's like proof that it's your bag, right? And it's proof that this is an authentic bag. Because right now you can go to the Louis Vuitton store and you can spend $2,000 on a bag, okay? And you can also go to certain websites, I'm not gonna name these websites, and you can buy the same exact bag, and the bag that you bought from that other website is literally 100% identical to the real one. Like, you can't even tell the difference between the real one and the fake one. But if the real one has an AirTag in it, this could very well stop like intellectual property theft. Companies like Nike and StockX, right? You know how people, they'll buy these certain Nikes, and then they'll turn around and they'll flip them on StockX. Well, a lot of people have bought fakes off of StockX. What if in the future you know for sure it's not a fake because the one that you bought off StockX actually has a AirTag built into the tongue of the shoe, and then you want to get ready to sell these shoes in the future? Well, if you sell these shoes in the future, well, people don't know if the shoes are real or not. But if it has an AirTag built into it, it can have information on where you bought it, when you bought it. It can have way more information, and this could be another way Apple, the big dog around here, they can make way more money. And this could also cut down on shoplifting. Basically render shoplifting useless. What if companies like Rolex adapted this technology? Because you guys know, like in LA, people get robbed for their Rolex. In San Francisco, people get robbed for their Rolex. What if in the future you go try to take someone's Rolex, and as soon as you do it, like there's people following you, right? There's the cops coming right after you. Or you take the Rolex and you can't sell it because the AirTag is registered to someone else inside of the watch, right? Now, I don't think that they're going to start putting AirTags in clothing and watches tomorrow, but on other things, things like power tools and things that people would shoplift from regular stores like Walmart and stuff like that. This could very well be a thing coming up soon. And then also this could be this could be pretty cool, because now you know for sure, if you buy something from someone, for sure it's real, for sure it's legit, for sure that they didn't take it, because when you buy it, there's information built into the AirTag, right? Right. And this is another thing with cameras. They have been pushing for this with cameras for a while in San Francisco. People get robbed for cameras all the time. But what if in the future that camera had an AirTag in it, right? And I'm not talking about the AirTag that we see today. I'm talking about, maybe a newer version of an AirTag, one that's literally built into the item, right? The one that you can't take off. It's like built into the motherboard. This could very well slow down shoplifting so much. This could slow down robberies so much. I mean, we could very well see a time where it's just not worth robbing anyone, because what can you do? You take someone's camera and they just cut it off. Do you guys remember back in the day when people would steal iPhones from folks? Remember back in the day when you would walk down the street and someone would walk up and run up and snatch your iPhone out of your hand and take off running? And then guess what? That really doesn't happen anymore because of the whole iCloud thing. You know, you take someone's phone and then the person goes home to iCloud and they lock the phone. And then now the phone's useless. So now you do have this $1,000 phone, but the only thing you can really do is like take it apart. And people don't take iPhones apart, you know. So this is something that I see that could very well happen in the future. And this could be crazy. Like if they start to put these sort of devices in electronics, I mean, shopping for these devices could very well be different because instead of, having to lock all this stuff up in the store, maybe you don't have to lock it up as much because people won't really want to take it, because if they take it, it's going to be tracked. So I don't know. I just want to know what do you guys think about this? Thought I would make a quick video talking about AirTags and how, this could very well change the shoplifting game. This could very well change like things like robberies and stuff like that. And this could, once again, Apple likes to make money. They like to license their software to other companies. And if they begin to, license the AirTag technology, that whole U1 chip, the amount of companies that they could sell this to would literally be insane. Because right now, with the whole Lightning port, it's only for their phones, right? And they say next year that Apple is gonna, have the Type-C charger, so they won't be able to make all that money off that licensing anymore. Because next year, supposedly the iPhones are supposed to come with Type-C. And maybe this is why Apple's like, okay, yeah, we don't mind that we're gonna, switch over to Type-C, because now they got another money maker that's so much bigger than that Lightning port. I mean, just think about bicycles, right? Just think about if you can get a bicycle and it comes with it shows up on your phone with Find My iPhone, and someone steals your bike. Maybe you could, press a button on your phone to lock the bike so that the person can't ride the bike anymore, right? And then the only thing the person can really do is basically take off the wheels and steal your seat and steal your brake, but they can't even, the battery doesn't even work anymore because you've disconnected the battery from the Find My iPhone app. This could be huge, and once again, I don't hear anybody talking about this online. This could be such a big money maker for Apple. They could make so much money off of this, and they could also greatly change our world, because the iPhone has greatly changed our world already. And I think that companies are just figuring out more and more ways. I mean, whenever you see all this shoplifting happen, some people are doing this because they don't have food at home, right? But some people are doing this because it's organized. They take this, they take that, it goes to a storage unit, they sell it other places, flea markets, swap meets, stuff like that. They Facebook Marketplace. But in the future, it may not be so easy. Especially if it's built into the motherboard, you can't even take it off. I mean, this could be a game changer. But anyway, I thought I'd make a quick video talking about the Apple AirTags and what Mother Apple could very well have up their sleeve in the future. So anyway, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. I would love to know what you guys have to say about this video. Peace out, yo.